Oh, wow. October surprise. Is that what this is? An October surprise, I guess. We've got Epstein tape, Epstein talking about Trump. Now, clearly, this is meant to be some way, something to affect the election. We got this from Michael Wolff's Fire and Fury podcast, released this audio tape of Epstein speaking with him. And, let's just play it. Let's just get into it. Welcome to Time to Talk podcast. I just quickly wanted to go over this. And by now, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to take a look at it right here with you guys, and we'll listen to some of this. Some of it's obvious. We've had indications and idea, obviously that those two have been friends. I think Trump was saying his own, in his own words, that Epstein and him were like best friends. For like 10 years they were friends, or whatever it was, 10, 15 years. And there's that famous quote of him saying what a great guy Jeffrey is. And, he hears he likes women like I like women. And he hears he likes them young. Creepy shit, of course, right? I don't think any of this is new. Some of it. I mean, as far as talking about Donald's intelligence and ineptitudes and things like that. I mean, let's take a look at it, because it is kind of like...
just tell me about his intelligence.
With respect to real estate deals, really.
I guess, yeah.
He's a salesman. He knows real estate really well. Anything else but that, he knows nothing. No history, no strategy. And when I start to say about executive function, executive function is, and it's strange because construction by definition is just that. First you have the foundation, you have the steels going up, what stage? But in terms of his anything but real estate, he can't figure out if I fire Bannon, what happens tomorrow.
So cause and effect, has no relationship. In analytic intelligence.
No.
Now, what's this thing about that functionally he can't read, or he doesn't read, or
he doesn't. Well, he certainly can't read a balance sheet, which is funny. Has no idea. He doesn't read. He needs page 6. So he's not functionally illiterate. But his reading comprehension is anything complicated. He's very bad.
now what's other than he has a
I just wanted, the whole reading thing, he's already admitted he doesn't read, which is kind of, that's kind of like should be a disqualifying thing from a character personality standpoint, person running for office. But hey, whatever. We clearly let it slide the first time, and we know he doesn't read, right? It's not something to brag about. Like, I don't read. I don't need to read. I'm gifted with natural intelligence, But clearly he's not, because as I've indicated plenty of times before, a person's intelligence will also be reflected by how well they articulate ideas and expressions, and logically how well they can put things together. And he has a terrible time with that. Same as Harris. Terrible time. No real organic thought process. No ability to connect things in a way that are intelligible, right? Like, it is what it is. He's almost a functional illiterate, right? Like, he's just functionally illiterate. He can speak off the cuff and say things, and he's funny. He's that guy. But it's not shocking to me that this guy's saying this. And again, let's take all this with a grain of salt. It's Jeffrey Epstein, and he was a scumbag. So but he is giving a breakdown of his character. Well, anyway, let's keep going.
He has a sense of humor. He can be funny.
He's definitely funny.
What else recommends him?
His ability to sell. He is charming. He is able to convince people. It's very much like Clinton. Donald have the ability to go over to a fat, ugly woman, say, "You are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." So he tells everybody what they want to hear, not whether it's charm. And I'm telling you that I know 4 or 5 people who have recently students. I just realized it talking where he built the UN Plaza Trump Tower listening foundation. I was going to take the top 4. I went with Donald to see. And again, what you pay me that was it's a $13 million transaction. You can pay me 11, you reported the 13 that you give to the mall. It was always. So the idea that he is bad, dirty business, he's a construction person in New York City, an electrician in the county. I don't know. There's not a horrible human being in Jeffrey's book. He does nasty things to his best friends' wives. Anyone who first tries to gain the trust and then uses it to do bad things. That's how it goes.
Damn. Again, it's Epstein calling him a horrible human being. So, I mean, what can we make of that? But yeah, the thing about this guy not being able to speak and being a horrible human, I feel like these are all things that people have known, right, for a long time. And I don't mean just the people who are anti-Trump. I mean, I think there are Trump supporters who prefer Trump in office and have their own political reasons and rationale for why they'd rather see Trump, especially over Harris, right? I get that, but I think even some of the most pro-MAGA supporters recognize that Donald is not exactly the standard of intelligence and really, or from a character standpoint, we overlooked all of the, I shouldn't say we, I'm not a supporter, but they overlooked, and the people who voted him in office, again, we're talking about half the country who voted him, and they overlooked the whole, what is that, extra, the grab him by the you-know-what thing, him with women and porn stars. Nobody really cared about that. Right? Nobody really cares. It is what it is. So I think people have known he's, not exactly from a character standpoint, this great guy. But again, this is coming from Jeffrey Epstein. So let's listen to some more of this.
So how do you know this?
That was close to right. 10 years.
10 years.
So I need the Donald. Just give me Donald.
Donald.
First, it's fun. So you probably know he had a scalp reduction.
What is scalp reduction? I first heard this. I was like, scalp? I got to look that up. Scalp reduction? I guess for the hair, for that little thing I don't know.
The same male pattern moment that we all have. He had his scalp moved and hysterical. Donald's office, as you know, he made that call. He used to be on the phone instead of fake PR person. I also found it funny. I was sitting there listening to the guys from the Post talk, and Donald would say, he's a great guy. I loved working with him. And I sit there going, this is just amazing. And he'd say, Michael, come on, let's go to the office. And he'd say, tell me, what's it like in there? He'd say, you like having sex with your wife? How often do they? He'd say, it's great. Seriously, Michael, how often do we have sex? Don't you want to go? You and I can go upstairs, or tomorrow come over. There's this girl's coming in from Los Angeles, part of the Hawaiian Tropic kind of. So come over with your car. You're going to have a great time. I promise you, Michael, it's just me and you. You're going to have a great time. Be up here at 3 o'clock. We can go upstairs. The whole time, Victoria's been on the phone, listening. He set it up because he wants to story. So he has you on, because as the boy conversation, you're not going to say yes. really,
That's kind of creepy. The interference.
speech to it,
There's a definite pattern to it. That's why.
really uncomfortable. Come on, you must. You must have had a better wife, right? I said, yes. Tell me about it. And the wife's on the speakerphone, listening to Donald, and said, I know you. Well, I think you're really hot, and I know you think you're guy Michael, like the end of the world, the best guy on earth. You'll be married to him. You're wrong. Just listen to the next 20 minutes. And go with the new rubbish set you up.
Holy shit. Setting up. Yeah. It's just, October surprise. Is that what they're supposed to be? They should have released this if he wanted to make a big deal or have some effect on Trump supporters. This is not going to do it. This is not going to do it. This is not going to make anyone suddenly switch parties or not vote for Trump. So, realistically, I'm not sure what the point was. I mean, I kind of know what the point was. I just don't see how far this is going to go and really what they're going to get out of this. It's just not. It's not a thing. Anyway, I wanted to share that we got some. It's the day before the election eve. I may get on later on this evening, do some sort of a live and try to discuss this with a couple of folks. Maybe tomorrow we'll have some election coverage. I don't think I'm doing a live whole thing tomorrow, but I will talk about it. And later on today, we'll put up another video regarding some election stuff and election related stuff. I'm kind of like exhausted and kind of glad it's coming to an end, even though it's just getting started, because we all know the election, how it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be crazy, and we're not going to know anything for sure for a while, so we'll get into it. Anyway, time to talk. I wanted to talk about this Epstein thing, this tape. So let me know in the comments below what you think about that conversation, what you think about Trump. Does it have any effect? Does it have any bearing on any of this? Probably not. Probably not. I'm going to say 99% it has no bearing on anything. So leave your comments below. If you haven't subscribed yet to the Time to Talk podcast, now's the time to hit that subscription button. Don't not forget to hit the notification bell so you are notified when I put up new content and you do not miss it. I'll see you on the next Time to Talk podcast. Peace.